Thank you all. Thank you so very much for joining us. I see we have many persons here. We have over 100 persons here, and we are so happy that you are able to join us. You can just type in the chat, let us know where you're joining us from so that we can see the spread of persons we have here on this Zoom call. Linstead, St. Elizabeth, persons from Ocho Rios, Hanover, Westmoreland, Portland, Cool Portland, Warm Kingston, and Mandeville, all over. We have persons joining us. And it's all well and good that you're joining us. We'll be having welcome now from UCC side. To bring you welcome is Mrs. Andrea Ray, Senior Director of Recruitment and Enrollment. And there she is. Mrs. Ray, it's yours. Over to you.
Thank you so much, Mr. McKenzie, and good afternoon, everyone. Today, I have the distinct privilege and pleasure of extending a warm welcome to you and hope that you will enjoy our financial aid webinar session. This webinar is designed to showcase and provide you with the information that you need to determine how you are going to finance your degree program. And as you contemplate and make your decision on the best financial option or options for you, we are hoping that today you will get the information you need to facilitate and get a better understanding of how you are going to finance your tuition. Today, we'll also highlight the products and services from the Student Loan Bureau, and we will provide you with information on how you can partner with the University of the Commonwealth Caribbean, as well as the Student Loan Bureau to finance your education. This webinar promises to be very informative and engaging, and I hope you will absolutely find it rewarding. We will be happy to take all your questions and address your comments during the question and answer segment of this session. Again, a very warm welcome and do enjoy this session. Thanks. Over to you, Mr. McKenzie.
Thank you very much, Mrs. Ray. That's Mrs. Andrea Ray. She's the Senior Director of Recruitment and Enrollment here at UCC. One of the first set of persons you will meet on your journey to higher education are the recruiters. They will guide you through the process. Many of you would have met and still in contact with your recruiters. And this is why we're sharing with you, because we know some persons have challenges trying to figure out where the money going to come from. But here we are with answers. And as true to form, as I said before, and as Mrs. Ray reiterated, we will be having presentations from a number of persons. Save your questions, write them down, share your questions in the Q&A section of the chat, and we will address those questions at the end. We'll hear now from Ms. Roselyn Vassell. She is the Supervisor of Student Financial Services here at UCC, and she has a wealth of information to share with you about payment plans, how you can pay your fees, and go all the way from your first day of school until that day of graduation. Ms. Roselyn Vassell.
Thank you, Mr. McKenzie. Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Roselyn Vassell, the Supervisor for the Student Financial Services Department. A warm welcome to you all. We are delighted to have you here with us today. As prospective students, I will share with you how the Student Financial Services Department will be assisting you throughout your journey here with us at UCC. The Student Financial Services Department, the representatives there are responsible for having you registered. Secondly, we prepare your invoices for you. We also prepare your statements and financial letters as the need arises. Financing your education. Can I see the hands of all of those who have completed completed their process in being financed for their education? I'm not seeing any hands. Oh, I'm seeing one. Okay. I take it then that most persons have not yet finalized how the financing of their education will go. For those of you who have not yet done so, there are several options. We have SLB who will assist with financing. We have UCC scholarships. We have our student referral program. You may go to the UCC's website to read the information there regarding the student referral program. The website for the UCC is www.ucc.edu.jm. There will be other representatives here who will speak more about financing from SLB and for the scholarships that are awarded. So you'll hear more about that as we go along. Now, to get registered for a program, you would need to make a deposit on your tuition. And as displayed on the screen here, I'll take you through how that works. You will see cost for the courses. If you are doing a 3-credit module, the cost for that is $42,300 if it's online, $43,400 face-to-face. For a 1-credit module, the cost is $14,300 online and $14,467 face-to-face. Some students will be required to do a core course, which is a prerequisite course. And the cost for that is $21,450 if it's online and $21,700 if it's face-to-face. There is an annual miscellaneous fee of $20,000. However, if you're commencing your program in summer, your miscellaneous fee will be prorated for the summer. And for the fall, which starts in September, you'll be required to pay the $20,000 for the full academic year, which runs from September 2023 to August 2024. Okay, here are 2 examples of how the deposit is calculated. Can you scroll up for me, please, Kason? Okay, here we go. If you are registered, if you are going to be registered for 3 3-credit modules, the costs for that would be $128,700, and it's $42,900 each online. The miscellaneous prorated fee for the summer is $6,333.33. Therefore, to arrive at the deposit that you should pay to get registered, you take 40% of the $128,700. That gives you $51,480. The miscellaneous fee is then added, which is $6,333.33, which gives you a total of $57,813.33. So that is what you'll deposit to get registered. If you have a challenge, then you speak with a representative in the SFS department who will be able to assist you further with that. Here is a second computation, because not all students will be doing 3 3-credit modules at this time. It varies. Some students might be required to do like 2 core modules, orientation to university life, and a 1-credit module. So here's the computation. For 2 core courses, the cost is $42,900. The orientation to university life costs $14,300. A 1-credit module is 1 3-credit module, sorry, is $42,900, and the miscellaneous fee $6,333.33. To calculate the deposit on this, you will take 40% of the tuition cost, which is $40,040, and then you add the miscellaneous fee, which is $6,333, and you get a total of 63,333. That's a deposit you'll be required to make before you get registered. And there are different permutations for this depending on which modules you are doing at the start. The balance will be placed on a payment plan to be paid on or before the 28th of July, 2024. And as I said before, there are other representatives who will be telling you more about financing your education. We are going to have a help desk set up for students who would like to apply to SLB. The SLB representative, as I said again, will be giving you additional information on the loans that they offer for you to fund your education. All right, payment options. We at UCC, we have several payment options that you may use to pay your tuition. We have NCB online, if you have online banking with NCB. We have the Scotia online banking as well. We have our RIN online banking. You may pay at JN Money Shop if you're paying with cash. You may pay at a cashier here at Worthington campus with a card. We do not accept cash here, so you pay with a debit or a credit card or a manager's check. For students who will be sponsored by a financial institution or by their company, at this time, you may want to ask for a commitment letter. We will use a commitment letter from your company to complete your registration. The commitment letter needs to state your name, your ID number, the amount they'll be sponsoring you for, and the due date when they'll pay. That needs to be outlined in the commitment letter. SFS department can be reached at telephone numbers 9063,000, and we have several extensions here. Please note them for me. 3978-80, 4078, 3920, 8200, 4097. And I repeat those for you. Extensions 3978-80, 4078, 3920, 8200, or 4097. You may also email us at sfs@ucc.edu.jm. If there's anyone who is interested in having invoices prepared, those invoices are prepared by the Student Financial Services Department, so you may send your request or you may call in your request as well. There's also other information on the website of UCC, and I'll quote you the website address again. It's www.ucc.edu.jm. Thank you very much for listening.
Thank you very much, Ms. Vassell.
Thank you very much, Ms. Roselyn Vassell. Ms. Roselyn Vassell is the Supervisor of Student Financial Services here at UCC. A plethora of information shared just now. There are many options for payments of your fees, many options, which include online options, so you don't necessarily have to come into a campus to have your fees paid. And I think there was I told you that UCC is all about leadership and innovation. You know, Ms. Vassell just announced a huge innovation. SLB Help Desk right here. SLB Help Desk right here at UCC Worthington Avenue campus. Now we'll hear from about more opportunities that are offered here directly at UCC. A gentleman from the Department of Student Services, whose name is Oneil Dowe, Mr. UCC himself, who does everything at UCC, is here to tell you about scholarship opportunities that are available at UCC.
Thank you. All right, everybody, how are we doing? Awesome. So I'm hoping you're ready to fund your education. and start your journey at UCC. What I'd like for you to do, you should have your phone, a tablet, a computer. I just want you to open a browser, right? Open a browser. And what I want you to type is UCC space scholarships, right? So you're typing UCC space scholarships. Now, once you Google that, you're going to click on the first link that you see, and you're going to see all the scholarships that we have available at UCC, right? We have two types of scholarships: scholarships provided by the UCC Foundation and external scholarships. Our scholarships provided by the UCC Foundation ranges from $50,000 all the way up to $285,000. So depending on the requirements, the parameters of the scholarship, and the conditions that you have, you can determine which scholarship option is best for you. Of course, while you may be seeing 20 plus scholarships there, you can only get one, right? So based on your particular student profile, whether you're first generation or you just need that push to just get started successfully come summer or fall 2024, then I'd like for you to ensure that you're selecting the best scholarship for you. The next option is external scholarship. Now, external scholarships are provided through the Ministry of Education when we're looking at JAMVAT, PATH, tertiary assistance, first aid. So once you're studying at UCC and you're a full-time or a part-time student, based on your particular circumstances, you can apply for any of these scholarships once the application period opens through PATH, which is from August to October of each year. And you can use that funds to fund your following academic year from 2025 onwards, right? So it's important that you pay attention to all the advisories coming from the Department of Student Support. And if you need any assistance at all, you know where to find us. It's DSS support, or what you can look for is student affairs at ucc.edu.jm. Looking forward to seeing you in summer. And if you're not joining us this summer, see you next fall. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Oneil Dowe, as he exits the stage. Thank you so very much. So we've heard a few groundbreaking things, and I'm still fascinated by what I'm hearing here, that there are opportunities available for you to fund your education. When Ms. Vassell had asked earlier for a show of hands, some persons were hesitant. We're not really sure. We have the dream to get the higher education, but we're not sure, just 100% sure how we're going to do it, and now we're sharing information. So if you have questions, there's a Q&A section. You can hit that Q&A button and type your questions, and we will have the presenters answer your questions at the end. So we've heard from Ms. Roselyn Vassell from Student Financial Services. We have heard from Mr. Oneil Dowe telling us about scholarship opportunities that are available at UCC. We also have a special guest with us today. The Student Loan Bureau has a tagline: financing higher education. And it doesn't need to be very fancy, because that's exactly what they're aiming to do, and aiming to do so better than any other options you might have available. Mr. Chevon Harvey is a client service representative at the Student Loan Bureau, and he is here to tell you how you can finance your higher education. Give him a virtual round of applause for me, please, as he makes his way to the stage. Mr. Chevon Harvey.
Greetings. Thank you so much for having us. We really appreciate it. Now, I do not have any visual of all the persons who are online, but I just want to greet you all on behalf of the Students Loan Bureau. It's such a pleasure just to serve you and just to offer you the best service that we can offer as a financial institution. Okay, so my name is Chevon Harvey, and I'm a customer service representative at the Students Loan Bureau. And as you know, what we do here at the Students Loan Bureau is that we provide tuition funding. We provide funding to Jamaican nationals pursuing tertiary level education and persons who need assistance with their tuition. Right? And if you're wondering, what are the chances of getting through if I do apply? What are the chances of getting through? What are the chances of me getting that financial support? if I do apply for SLB, guess what? The chance is 99%. 99% of the persons who apply for SLB are successful. 99% of the persons, the students who apply for SLB financing are successful. You heard that right. Okay, so we offer 3 loan products. We offer the SLB targeted loan, which is an undergraduate loan for persons who are pursuing their first degree. The targeted loan. Second, the pay as you study loan facility. That's the PAYS loan. And thirdly, the postgraduate loan. This is for persons who are pursuing their master's program. Now, as for the pay as you study, that's a person who wish to pay while you're attending school as well. Now, the good thing about this loan facility is that you can repay your loan while attending school. The interest rate is also 6% per annum, and you have 7 years to repay. You only, before, some special announcement as well, before you needed a guarantor for this loan facility, but this time around, you do not need any guarantor at all. Okay, so those are the 3 loan products that we offer. Now let's talk a little bit about the targeted loan. For the targeted loan, it caters to applicants who are pursuing their undergraduate studies, as I said before. Borrowers are not required to repay their loan until after the completion of their studies. You receive 100% tuition funding, and borrowers can get up to 15 to 20 years to repay. We offer one of the lowest interest rates island-wide, and you can check it. You can do the statistics. You can do your research. We offer the lowest interest rate, which is 7.8% per annum while you're in school. And remember, during this time, you're not required to pay. 9.5% while you're in repayment. That's one of the lowest interest rate island-wide for tuition loans or tuition funding. Now, for the target loan, I also want to have you to know that you can access up to $1 million per academic year. Yeah, of course you hear me right. That's $1 million. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. That's a lot you can actually do with $1 million, especially for your tuition. And for those who are wondering, who heard the announcement, who heard the news, you do not need any guarantor. The process, it gets easier as we go along. Okay? The process gets easier as you go along. This year is actually the best year. The upcoming year is the best year to be an applicant of the Students' Loan Bureau. It's the best year to be pursuing your tuition, to be pursuing tertiary level education, because funding is easier through us, SLB. We want to help you finance your dream. We want to help you transform your dream from dreams into reality. Okay? The application period is usually open between April, June, thereabout. But the portal is not yet open. We'll make an announcement in short order as it relates to the application. When the portal will be open, you can visit our website at www.slbja.com. The repayment normally begins September following the year of completion. So, for example, if you're looking to complete school this academic year, which is this May, June, you're looking to start repayment the next year, September. That's a lengthy amount of time, to get yourself together to even repay your loan. We also offer grants here at the Students' Loan Bureau. Yes, we do. You might be wondering what kind of grants we do offer, but I'll get to that in a short while. Now, for the PAYS loan, right? This is really the target market for this loan facility is employed professionals who are pursuing their educational studies. Now, if you are a relative or a spouse who wish to take a loan on behalf of a student, this is a right loan facility for you. You can access, of course, up to $1 million. Repayment is via salary deduction order. You have up to 84 months to repay, which is 7 years. No interest required. The interest rate is 6% per annum. The application must be done online, though. All of our application must be done online, and that's at www.slbja.com. Now, as we continue for the PAYS loan facility, I'm just going to give you a quick statistics. For the monthly payment, as you can benefit from, we're looking at repayment, right? We're looking at repayment. Let's say you borrowed, $282,000. You're looking to pay as low as $4,800 per month for your repayment, for your monthly installment. Okay, and a credit check is also mandatory when applying for this loan facility, so please be advised of that as well. And as I said, the application must be done online at www.slbja.com. How to apply for the SLB loan? For new or first-time applicants, step 1. Visit our website at www.slbja.com and click on the Apply Online tab to access our customer portal. Select Sign Up on the portal and complete the registration process with an active email address and mobile number. After doing such, a one-time password and OTP will be sent to your email address and mobile number. Afterwards, log in by entering your credentials on the landing page. Select New Loan, the New Loan tab, and then the loan type you desire, which is either the pay as you study, the targeted loan, or the postgrad if you're applying for your master's program. Complete the online application and upload the relevant documents afterwards. The final step, well, not necessarily the final step, but step 4 is payment of fees. You pay your fees via our customer portal or at any of our payment facilities, such as Bill Express or Paymaster island-wide. You can also use NCB or Scotiabank. Preferably, it is preferred that you pay via our customer portal. It will take at least 24 to 48 hours for the payment to reflect on our customer portal. Now, the submission of documentations. You are required to submit the loan documents to SLB office via our Dropbox facility. Kindly note that you may also use the Dropbox at your institutions, as you would have heard, and Emplex will be present here as well at UCC. Now, what are the documents that are required? First, you need, of course, your TRN, one certified passport size photograph, a valid photo identification in the form of a passport, driver's license, or a national ID, national voter's ID, that is. You'd also need a birth certificate for upload, your address verification form, SLB form, to be uploaded after certification. We also offer this form as well on our website at Undersource Center. You also need to sign our credit bureau authorization form as well. And we also need income verification for the persons who are financially responsible for you, the applicant. Now, if you're responsible for yourself, which means that you're employed, you'd also only need to submit the last 3 pay slips or a job letter. And the same goes for the person who's financially responsible for you. You can either submit a job letter or you can submit the last 3 pay slips. Those are the most recent, that is. Now, what are some of the advantages of accessing SLB loans? I'm pretty sure everybody is waiting on this. Okay. Now, of course, as I said before, we offer one of the lowest educational interest rate island-wide at 6% per annum and can be as low as 4% under special conditions. We offer moratorium, which is, the word moratorium actually means halt or hold, right? It is an in-school period. It's a period in which you're pursuing your studies. We don't want you to feel stress or burden by the finance or by the tuition aspect of your studies. So we provide you with a moratorium phase in which no payment is required until you have completed your program of study, at least 14 months after you completed school. We offer grants up to $60,000 as well, and conditions apply because it's a person who are deemed needy. No collateral is required. We do not need your land titles, your car titles, your house. We do not need anything on a will. We do not need anything of that sort. No collateral is needed for the SLB loan, and that's just one of the great benefits and advantages of accessing SLB loans. Okay. We also offer 35% reduction in the processing fee for persons who are under program of advancement through health and education, that is a PATH program. 35% reduction in the processing fee. The processing fee is normally $6,250. You receive a 35% discount in that. Now, children of the public sector workers receive a 1% reduction in the interest rate during the repayment period and a 35% discount in the processing fee. Okay. Students who apply and qualify for the Jamaica Values and Attitude Program, that is the JAMVAT, will only receive 70% of their tuition from SLB, as low as 30% will be would have been satisfied by the Ministry of Education by way of the said. So we offer up to 70% of that amount for persons who are on the JAMBOT program. Isn't that good news? That's just some of the good news that we're offering, some of the good things that we're offering here at the Students on Board. There's no barrier. We want to make your dreams a reality. We're trying to reduce that bridge to make it land so that it will become easy for you to pursue your dreams, so that it will become easy for you to be of assistance, to break generational occurrences from happening. We want to help you transform your family, transform your community. We want to help you be the first doctor, the first lawyer in your family. We want to help you help your community. And so here at SLB, we also offer benefits you also benefit from also a 2% reduction in the interest rate. And this is for persons who maintain a GPA of 2.5 and over whilst in school. You receive a 2% reduction in interest rate. So the interest rate of 7.8% will be reduced as well. Students who are customers in repayment whose account are current are no more than 30 days past due will also benefit from a 2% reduction in interest rate. So we cater for you not just while you're in school, but also while you're in repayment. So that 9.5 interest rate can be reduced to 7.5%. And now imagine being also a person, a student whose parent is a public sector worker. That can also be lowered to at least 4% or 5%. Now, borrowers permanently employed to a registered charity for at least 1 year will also benefit from a 10% debt forgiveness as well here at SLB under loans. Okay, so what's next? What is next? Apply today. We want to bridge the gap between dreams and reality. I've said that before, and that's our aim and that's our ambition. We want to contribute to nation building. We want to help you build our country. We want to help you build your family. We want to help you build your community. We want to help you make your mommy proud. We want to help you make your dad proud here at SLB. And so you can visit us at www.slbja.com. You can also contact us through our WhatsApp number at 876-279-8080, or you can call us at 876-619-4SLB-4752. You can also contact us on Facebook. We're on Facebook that says Students Loan Bureau. We're also on Instagram. That's at Students Loan Bureau, no space. We're also on Twitter. That's at SLBJA. We're also, well, let me see here. You can also send us an email. We'll be happy to assist you with your queries and any questions that you might have regarding our loan facilities, regarding our products and services. You can send us an email at info, that's INFO, at slbja.com. It was a pleasure having me. It was a pleasure being here just to present our services to you today. I'm happy to return if you guys have any further questions. I heard that there will be a question and answer segment. Feel free to share all the questions. I'm here for you, okay?
Thank you very much, Chevon. Thank you very much for that very informative presentation. But there's nowhere else that you can get a single-digit interest rate for your higher education, as far as I'm concerned. So I'm going to ask Mr. Harvey, Mr. Dowe, and Ms. Vassell to sit in and actually answer questions, because we have a number of questions being asked online. But you can have a seat, Mr. Harvey.
Okay, thank you.
Right, so thank you very much. Thank you very much, everyone, for your very insightful presentations. Ms. Vassell would have told you about payment options and payment plans for our fees here at UCC. Mr. Dowe would have told you about scholarship options, and Mr. Harvey would have told you about very, very interesting options with the Student Loan Bureau. Of course, a number of questions are for you, Mr. Harvey. So let's start there. I'm seeing several questions asking about being on the portal on the student loan website and seeing that a guarantor is still required, being on the student loan website and not being able to complete. But you did say that the application period is when?
The portal is okay. So for persons who are currently on our website and starting the application, what you can do is complete registration, but as it relates to the application for the 2024 to 2025 academic year, the portal is not yet open. And if you're in pursuit or in transit now in terms of completing an application, you will see the option for the guarantor. And that's because you're still in the academic year for 2023 to 2024. This portal is not completely closed. We're still facilitating a few applications. And that's one of the challenges that persons are experiencing. But here's what, the portal is not yet open, will be open soon for the upcoming academic year. And when that portal is open, you'll be able to go on the website, start the application. You'll not be required to complete any information or complete any field for the guarantor. That's because no guarantor is required for the loan application. Okay, so there's no guarantor that is required. You're only seeing that because the portal is not yet open for the upcoming academic year. So within at least a month or two, you will make an announcement. We'll make an announcement via our website or social media platform. We're also on Instagram regarding the application date when the portal will be open.
Well, I probably need to come down there and stand up and volunteer to work for you because I'm sure you will have a flood of applicants when that portal is open. A few things that I'm sure you said, but just persons are asking for reiteration. Do we get any discounts for public sector workers?
Yes, there is. So persons who are children of public sector workers, they will receive a benefit as well of a 1% discount and the 35% discount in the processing fee of the application fee, that is. So the $6,250 that you normally pay, that will be reduced by 35%. And also a 1% discount in the interest rate when in repayment as well. Now, if you're a public sector worker, I'm pretty sure you'd also benefit from that as well. There's a form on our website, you'll see the option. So when you indicate that in the application, you'll automatically be required to upload a form just to verify your employment status.
Right, there it is. There are actually special arrangement for public sector workers. If you're just joining us or if you are rejoining us, we're now having a conversation with Mr. Oneil Dowe, Mr. Chevon Harvey, and Ms. Roselyn Vassell about financial higher education here at UCC. The next question is from Jamelia Campbell, and this one goes to Ms. Vassell. Is it possible to get help calculating the cost for a 4-year tuition, and what fees should I be paying overall? Example, registration fees, etc., etc.
Hi, good afternoon. Thank you for that question. Thank you for that question. To calculate your tuition for the 4 years, it means that you will have to get your course map from your coordinator for us to determine how many modules you have to complete the program. Currently, the tuition cost is $42,900 per module online. Now, if you're doing, I think it's 42 modules for the degree program, you'd multiply that by the $42,900. That is only applicable though if the tuition fee remains constant for the 4 years. If you pay upfront for 4 years, you'll be locked into that fee. But if you have not paid for the 4 years and there is an increase in fee, then that becomes applicable to you. What we do in such a case, we provide an invoice for you, and we will note on it that the fees are subject to change in the event you're not paying in full all at once. Okay, does that answer your question?
Thank you very much, Ms. Vassell. I think the question is not fully answered. The participant will send a follow-up question. So we're back to Mr. Harvey from the SLB. Does the SLB fund 100% of your tuition? And this comes from Oneil Dowe.
Okay, so we offer $1 million per academic year for the targeted loan and $1 million for the pay-as-you study loan facility. Now, depending on the program that you're doing, I'm not sure. Depending upon the program that you're doing, but we offer 1% tuition funding for persons who are pursuing majority of the programs that are being offered here, I'm assuming here at UCC. So it's definitely a yes.
Okay, that sounds good. This is a very, very telling question, a deep question. For you as well, again, Mr. Harvey, do you consider credit score during the process of processing of the application?
Yes, we do. During the application process, quality checks will be done because we have a relationship with the credit bureau, where we will do our credit checks as well for persons who are applying. And but most persons are successful, as I said, for persons who apply for the SLB. 99% of the persons who apply do benefit, do receive the loan, and do receive their tuition funding. So we will do our credit checks, and if needs be, we will reach out to the client or to the customer, to the applicant, and we can advise them, and we can see how best we can move forward from there.
Thank you. The next question is from Mr. Dowe. Mr. Dowe, you would have stated that students are eligible for only a single scholarship. The question is, if I'm receiving a scholarship external to UCC, can I also get a UCC scholarship in addition to that one?
Sure. So students could always apply for all UCC scholarships. The stipulation was in reference to UCC Foundation scholarships. So we have up to 20 UCC Foundation scholarships. You can only get one of those, right? So based on your financial need, once you're able to get external funding and apply for a UCC scholarship, that would be perfectly fine.
So we're not limiting any of our potential students to where they can get funding from, but in terms of our internal scholarships, it's only one scholarship per student. We have to share the love. Correct.
Agree.
All right, so there's a follow-up question. Does the credit history affect your approval for the SLB loan? So you do take it into consideration in your processing, but does the credit history affect the processing of the loan, the approval of the loan?
It will. But as I said, 99 persons do not need to worry. 99% of the persons who apply do benefit. And if needs be, we will reach out to the applicant and advise them that there is an issue and possibilities that they can even so submit an appeal. If there needs to be a verification or a clarification where that is concerned, where the credit history is concerned, then we will request further information. Okay? But we do credit checks. And we will, if needs be, do not be shy from applying. Go ahead and apply, submit your application, and we can take it from there.
Can employed persons apply for the target loan?
Yes, they can.
Okay.
Most definitely.
Not going to get a more succinct answer than that. Can they apply? Yes, they can. If I'm unemployed and responsible for myself, can I apply?
Yes, you can apply. You can always apply. It's just that you need to make proof of how you're seeing that you're financially responsible for yourself. You're not employed, you're unemployed, then that would have been you're self-employed, or you can actually state or have a GP to put something in writing that you're actually receiving remittances, okay, from either the bank, or so make some proof that you're actually financially responsible for yourself.
All right, and I think I opened a can of worms because of the comment I made. Somebody's actually asking if SLB is looking for volunteers. That comment was made by me, for me. I am volunteering because I'm suspecting that they will have a flood of applications when the portal actually opens. But I am not thinking that is the official position of the SLB. Under what condition are persons denied for a targeted loan?
Okay, so persons are mostly denied of the application only if they submit some incorrect information. For example, they are unable to submit or make proof of what they applied for. For example, you quit school, you're no longer interested, so you stop. So the application did not get complete because you did not meet the requirements. Okay, so there's a few requirements here, SLB. All right, you have to be a Jamaican citizen between the ages of 18 to 60 within a tertiary institution to actually benefit from the loan. Once you meet those main criteria, you upload relevant information, your ID, your TRN, definitely you should be fine.
All right, it seems that most of the questions are directed at SLB. That's what you get when you have low interest rates that are so low that they're single digits. You get a lot of questions. For a student who is a Jamaican national but studying with an overseas university, does SLB fund that?
No, unfortunately, we do not fund the overseas education. It's only locally for persons who are attending school here.
Keeping it local.
Jamaica. Yes, it's local.
Keeping it local. All right. Can you get a targeted loan for 3 years consistently through the degree without paying back? I mean, I'm assuming that without paying back during the course of your degree.
Yeah, I think I understand what the person is asking. They're asking if they within the 3 years that they would if they would need to repay. No. So the life of the loan is 15 to 20 years, depending on the program that you're doing. So it's really 15 years generally, which includes your time in school. Whether the program is 3 years or 4 years, you take that 4 years or 3 years from the program, from the 15 years, and you're left with the amount of years that you have left to repay. Okay? So you have a moratorium phase, which means halt. You're not required to make payments during moratorium. Nonetheless, we do encourage persons, if you can, go ahead and make payments. You don't have to wait until repayment. You'd apply so for each academic year. So when you submit an application for the upcoming academic year for September coming, you will not, it's not a case where we'll fund you for the next 3 years. You'd have to apply next year again. You'd have to submit a next application for the next year, which is 2025 to 2026 academic year. So it's not a case where you apply once and we fund you for each academic year to come. You'd have to indicate to us that you're in need of additional funding through an application. And that's what you're doing now when you apply. Okay? So just to clarify.
All right, thank you very much. This one, we'll tag this one SLB question. I heard you mention that payment can be done via the customer portal. So does this mean that persons applying for the PAYS loan does not require to do direct payment from their account?
No, for persons who are paying, okay, so for the PAYS loan facility, it's mandatory salary deduction. It has to be salary deducted, mandatory. Now, as for the what I was referring to is for persons who are applying and paying for the application fee and insurance fee. I would advise persons to pay via the customer portal because payments reflect within a faster turnover time than paying at any other entity that do assist with this, like Bill Express or Paymaster or Scotiabank. So as it relates to the application, pay via the customer portal. As it relates to repayment, we do not, the facility is still in the pipeline and soon to be, you'll be able to log on to our website, request a statement, check your balance, and even so make payments. Okay? But as it relates to the application, it's via the customer portal.
All right, thank you very much. This second question from Chloe, I think it is best directed to Mr. Dowe. I have applied and received a provisional letter for the BSc in Data Science on April 20th for the summer semester. When would I receive full acceptance, and do I have to wait for it to apply for the UCC scholarship?
So you can, our scholarship period for fall would be from May 1 to June 30th. So you definitely need to have some starting funding in order to progress through your degree. We'll be able to support you in the fall semester, not immediately for summer, because our interviews for scholarships will be in July to August, right? As it relates to your acceptance, I'm sure by our date of orientation, which is May 5th, you'll have received your acceptance letter so that you can join us here at UCC. And you'll have to start with your first semester. And once you've completed with that, you can submit your application so that you could be considered for the fall 2024 semester.
Thank you very much, Mr. Dowe. And you did exactly the right thing to hand me back to man at the hot seat. While I was applying for student loan, I did not see the program that I am in. Also, should I choose a different program? How would that affect my loan application?
No, so I wouldn't encourage you to submit or apply for another program or to select another program, because that would mean that possibilities that you're gonna have to cancel that application. So here's what I'd encourage you to move forward with that issue. Now, if you encounter that circumstance or that situation, what I would encourage you to do is to reach out to us as soon as possible. And we can assist you. Reach out to one of our officers. We can liaison with our departments and see how best we can actually assist you with regards to that program. Okay, so reach out to us.
All right, since you're asking for persons to reach out, can you just kindly remind them of at least 2 ways that they can reach the SLB?
Well, you can send us an email at info@slbja.com, or you can even give us a call at 876-619-4752.
All right, Talisa Hamilton said that they joined a bit late and would like to get some information about, I can answer part of this question, you know. She's asking if guarantors are needed. I can tell you, Hamilton, that's a no. You don't need a guarantor. I'm almost an XLB expert at this point, but she would like to a reminder of the requirements for the SLB loans.
Okay, sure. So all you need is your ID, TRN, income verification, address verification, and income verification for the person who's financially responsible for you. And that can be in the form of the last 3 pay slips or a job letter. Once you have those 3 major stuff, also a birth certificate. So I don't remember if I said that. So it's ID, TRN, a birth certificate, income verification, and address verification. You start the application process. You also notice that some of these documents are required. But once you do so, via the online application, you upload relevant documents. Once you're certified by JP as well, upload relevant documents and submit. Okay? There's also, I must add as well, that we're also on YouTube. There's a video explaining the application process where you can complete the application process from start to finish on our YouTube channel as well. So please visit us as well. Follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter again, guys. So yeah.
But that is really helpful. We have a YouTube video. It makes it so much easier for our applicants to get the information that they need. This Kate Ann Mayford says, good day. I am working with from my tuition. Am I able to apply for student loan?
You're working and
can't fully fund tuition.
Okay, definitely. We're here for you. That's why we're here, the Students Loan Bureau. We want to help to make your dream into a reality. We want to assist you financially. That's why we do provide tuition funding. So most definitely, we're here to assist you. Visit our website at www.slbja.com. As soon as the portal is open, you can start the application journey.
All right, give the gentleman in the hot seat a little break. This one is for you, Ms. Vassell. A reminder to the students, a request for a reminder to the students and prospective students how they can get in touch with the SFS department.
You may contact us by sending an email to sfs@ucc.edu.jm. You may also reach us via telephone at 906-3000, extensions 3978 to 80, 4098, 3920.
All right, thank you so very much. And if you can't remember any of that, it's very easy to remember, but you can always visit our website where we can get additional information that Mr. Dowe would have shared about not only the student financial services, but also the scholarships. Back to the man in the hot seat. If I received SLB loan for my undergraduate studies, can I also now apply for a loan for my graduate studies, the master's level?
Definitely, you can definitely apply for the postgraduate studies. What we'll do is try our best to at least consolidate both loans, so you'll have at least one monthly installment to pay while attending. So yeah.
All right, so this might be a reiteration because there was a question about this previously. What will an applicant do, an SLB applicant do if they're not seeing their program? Because I have a couple of those questions here. They're not seeing their program listed when they're applying. What should they do?
If your program is not listed, I would encourage you to reach out to us and we'll try our best to assist you where that is concerned. You can send us an email. If you are able to, you can also visit us in office and speak to someone at customer service, and we can assist you also in office with regards to the program that you're pursuing as well. We will make any adjustments necessary to add that program to our application so you can just to facilitate your application or your application.
Yeah, see, I've opened the can of worms, because I suggested that there will be a flood of application when the portal opens, because you have these fantastic interest rates, single digit interest rates in 2024. That's unheard of. But some students have, or potential students have, concerns about not being able to get through by telephone or via WhatsApp. What is the provision from the SLB side to deal with student or applicant communication?
Also, it is our aim at Students Loan Bureau to maintain a customer-centric attitude with regards to our customer. We want to grow and we want to excel in that area as well, because you know we realize the importance of customer service, and we want to strive where that is concerned. Okay, so what would you encourage persons to do? In light of all the queries, the calls that is coming in from persons who are looking to complete the application, for persons who are looking to check their balances, and any other query, you can give us a call. We'll try and assist you as best as possible. You can send us an email. We provide you with the different mediums in which you can reach out to us. You feel free to also visit us in office as well. We're open between 9 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. from Monday to Fridays.
Right.
Okay.
And I think a very good part, if I might add to the discussion, I think a very good part of the customer service that you offer is the fact that you've gone to great lengths to creating YouTube explainer videos, so students can actually, applicants can actually watch those videos and understand the process even before they start calling you. And sometimes after watching those videos, you get the answers that you need.
Exactly. That's so true.
What documents are acceptable for address verification?
It can be in the form of a utility bill. We also have a form on our website. You'd have to log on to our website at www.slbje.com. Select Resource Center. There's a list of blank documents there. You should see the address verification form. Also, when in the application, you'll be able to the option should be there to generate the address verification form as well. So instead of using, if you don't have a utility bill in your name, you can also utilize our job letter form. You can also use a bank statement as well.
If I am currently a guarantor for someone who has a student loan, can I apply?
No, you'd have to be removed. You'd have to be removed.
Okay.
From that application or that account before you can actually apply.
If a person that is financially responsible for me isn't in Jamaica, does an international payslip apply?
No. So as I said, I mentioned as it relates to remittance, you can actually use or have something in writing from a JP, and you can actually use a bank statement or some receipt to just to say that you're actually receiving remittances. So that option is there in the application as a source of income.
All right, Ms. Vassell, you are back in the hot seat. The students would like to get an idea of the total cost, just a ballpark of the total yearly cost for the tuition for an undergraduate degree. I assume it didn't say, but total annual cost for an undergraduate tuition.
So that's approximately $449,000 for the year. And that is arrived at by multiplying 42,009 by 10 modules, which is a part-time student, plus the current miscellaneous fee of 20,000. So it's approximately 449,000 per annum.
Thank you very, very much. We're here having a conversation with Ms. Roselyn Vassell from the Student Financial Services here at UCC. We're also speaking with Mr. Chevon Harvey from the Student Loan Bureau, and they have fantastic interest rates for higher education. Third person you see on stage is Mr. Oneil Dowe, and here is He wears many hats, but he's here in his capacity to share information about scholarships that are available for at UCC for our programs. If the tuition is being paid by SLB, will charges still be? Oh, if the tuition is being paid by SLB, charges still be affected, will my charges still be affected if changes are made? And I'm assuming this is a follow-up question to the whole change of program question that was shared earlier. So the funds are already being paid, and they're changing their programs, will that affect their loans?
Okay, so for persons who are concerned, so for example, you started school, and I'm just trying to find out if this is exactly the question that I have. If you're, let's say, in year 2 and you decide that you want to not do medicine, but you want to do law, right? Just for example, if that's what you're getting into, you do that might affect your application, because it will affect your application, and that will mean that your graduation date will be extended because you're changing your program of study. And what we would encourage persons to do is to apply for a graduation date extension to facilitate another application, and then another disbursement of the loan, and we will take it from there. So you'd have to apply for a graduation date extension, and you may or may not be approved. Possibility is that you might be placed in immediate repayment of the previous loan that you applied for.
So there's not an automatic acceptance if you change your program?
No, it's not.
So Kate Brown is asking about taking documents to the SLB office, if those documents need to be scanned and dropped off. But I do remember you saying that the process is online. Is the process fully online, or is there a part of the application process where persons will have to take documents in?
Yeah, so the other part, as it relates to your personal documents, when in the application process, you will realize that some of the documents that you're required to be uploaded will be ticked with an asterisk. Those documents are mostly personal documents, and about few of them are contract, like the consent form and the declaration form as well. You upload those documents, then submit them at a later date. Now, provided that you're approved for the loan, you'll be given additional documents to generate, download, have them signed and certified, then submit in office. Now you submit those documents, the first of documents that you upload in office, along with the contract documents, the new contract documents that you would have been given. So yes, you'll be required to submit documents in office, but first you'd be required to upload them.
All right, thank you very much. So Alicia Adams seemed to have been reading my mind, because when you were doing the presentation, this question came across my mind. Does SLB have payment penalties? So I want to pay early. I want to pay my loan early. Are there any penalties for that?
No, not at all. We actually encourage persons, if you're able to, please go ahead and close the loan. Close the loan, repay the loan. When you repay, you're assisting 3 or 5 other persons to benefit from SLB as well. Okay? So you do not, there's no charges, there's no penalty for early payments. Go ahead and repay the loan once you're able to do so.
Okay, thank you. Let me see if I understand this question. I'm 22 years old working. I'm assuming it's a 22-year-old worker who is going to start school this semester. If I have an unsecured loan, would I be able to consolidate the loan along with SLB payment for the first year tuition, thus combining both loans into one payment? That's a very interesting question.
So they're asking if they can use SLB loan to consolidate a personal loan? Is that what they're asking? Just
I think they're trying to consolidate an existing loan to make a single payment for their tuition, because that loan apparently, if I'm reading this correct, you can correct me if I'm wrong. If I'm reading this correct, the loan would have been for their tuition.
okay. Well, we do not cover for we do not cover for unsecured loans. We only provide tuition funding, and the transaction is between us and the school. The funds will be sent directly to the school, so the student will not necessarily have access to the funds in hand. you'll be sent directly to UCC. So that's a no.
All right, Samantha Taylor asks, I'm still waiting on my question about working remotely. Oh, Samantha, I apologize if I didn't see your question before. Samantha is working remotely and does not have a pay slip. Can you facilitate, and asking how we can facilitate salary deduction?
Okay, so your place of employment would have to facilitate salary deduction for you to actually be approved for the PhD study loan. That's the mandatory, requirement for the PhD study loan facility.
So Ms. Vassell, we're back to you. If I'm interested in making part payments to my school fees, what percentage will I need to pay upfront?
You would pay 40% deposit for your tuition costs. And then you add the miscellaneous fee to that amount, as was displayed, which was displayed in my presentation. So it depends on the modules that you have selected. After the modules are selected, we'll do the costing. And then the 40% will be charged on that, plus your miscellaneous fee for the summer session. The miscellaneous fee for the summer session is prorated. Okay, so just make contact with SFS and we can help you with the computations, so long as your modules are selected on the Orion system.
All right, thank you. So the previous question that you would have answered, Mr. Harvey, about the person who was working remotely, the question is, it was sent twice. So the initial question was asking if the bank statement would work. So the person is working remotely, their salaries are sent directly to their bank. They have no pay slip. Will their bank statement suffice for their loan application?
Okay, what you can actually do is to have, what they can actually do is to have a GP to put something in writing to say that they're earning a certain amount. We also have a, I'm not sure if it has the nature of that job, if it is as self-employed, form of self-employed or formal employed, or if they're, I'm not sure, but you can actually use a form that is on our website. There's also a JP that you can actually use to put something in writing, say that you're earning this amount of money on a day-to-day basis, on a fortnightly basis, or on a monthly basis.
All right, thank you very much. And I know the gentleman in the hot seat and the other panelists might be a little weary, but bear with us. We have a few more questions for you to ask. So this question again, if you are a guarantor, if you're currently a guarantor, can you personally apply for a student loan? And that the answer to that was that you would have to be cleared as a guarantor.
Yes.
What is the process? Because I'm seeing that question a couple of times.
I think that's a really good question. I think that's a really good question. So what you do is to speak with the applicant or the beneficiary that you stood a guarantor for, advise them that you need to be removed as a guarantor. They would need as a beneficiary to find a replacement for you as a guarantor. And once they come in office, also the account that you stood as a guarantor for would have to be cleared. No arrears must be on the account as well. So the person must not be a delinquent customer. The account, all arrears must be cleared before before we can facilitate a removal or a change of guarantor. So once that is done, you'll be given the access or the ability to go on the website and submit an application.
All right, so as I said before, we're drawing down to our final set of questions, and kindly be reminded that you can contact both SLB and UCC. I'll ask all the panelists to share the contact information for their respective sections. Just in case you have other questions pop up in your mind while you are on this chat or after you've completed, keep in mind, get pen and paper ready, open your app and be ready to have the information shared. Final set of questions. What happens to the excess money that is left after SLB money is paid over to the university? Does the student have access to utilize that?
No, I'm sorry. You will not have access to that money. Any unutilized funds will be reimbursed to SLB. So let me explain that. Each semester, we will have to advise SLB of the costs for the modules that you have done. SLB will pay us only for the modules that you have done. If in any case, SLB has paid more than the cost for your modules, that money is reimbursable to SLB.
All right, so the student does not get to take a trip to Negril on that money or buy a new computer. It might be something school related. The funds are not accessible to the student. It goes back to student loan. A question of clarity here. Back to you, Mr. SLB. So you said if the person is being removed as a guarantor, that the applicant, the recipient then would have to get a new guarantor. So the arrangement for guarantor, that's only for new applicants. Existing persons will require a guarantor still.
Exactly. So new applicants, no guarantor. But for persons who applied last year and the year before, they would have to find another guarantor, a replacement.
Okay, so a question being asked again about when the portal will be open for the SLB loans. Oh, sorry, I wasn't. Oh, the portal, yes.
Okay, so the portal, there's no set date as yet. We will make an announcement hopefully within the next month or two. Please visit our website, follow us on Instagram, follow us on Twitter, and follow us also on YouTube. We'll make an announcement. So you can also listen to your radio station. We'll make an announcement there as well as soon as the portal or a set date is announced.
All right, so we're almost out of time. Final question, and then we'll ask the panelists to share their contact details. If I'm a new student signing up for SLB prior to finishing my application, prior to starting, when will I be able to access those funds?
Okay, so accessing the funds as it relates to disbursement.
Disbursements.
Okay, so it's a step-by-step process. For the first step is going on the website and submitting an application, completing the online application. Once that is complete, once your part is out of the way, it's between us and the school from there on. Okay, so it's a step-by-step process. Depending on how quickly you can complete the application, will also determine how soon or quickly we disburse the loans. Also, please note that we disburse loans in batches. So it's in batches, and it's good to actually complete the application as quickly as possible. Do not be too shy with regards to your application journey. Do not be shy to ask any question. Ask as many questions as possible. Follow up as well on your application. Come in office if you need to, and speak to someone from the Customer Service Department, the Loan Processing Department as well, to complete your application as soon as possible. The last thing that you want to hear is that you do not have full registration for your mid-semester or for your finals. That's doomsday.
Yeah.
You do not want that. Okay, so ensure that you do the due diligence in terms of following up on your application, submitting all the relevant documents, checking your emails, and so on.
All right, thank you so very much. So we're now at the point where we're going to be sharing final words. Final words which would include contact details for the different sections of UCC, as well as a reminder of the contact details shared many times, but a reminder is always good from SLB. So let's start with the lady, Ms. Vassell. I know you made what I think was a phenomenal announcement earlier about SLB having a help desk here at UCC. So remind us how that will work and remind us of any other details you think our very new prospective students would like to have.
Okay. So students who are submitting an application to SLB can be assisted right here at UCC using our help desk. There will be a representative there to assist a student who needs assistance to submit their application to SLB.
All right, and from the SFS side, are there any information, nuggets of information from SFS side that you would like to share with the students?
Well, I would encourage students to have their modules selected early, have their deposit paid early, and therefore their registration will be completed early. Students also need to know that selection of the modules is just one step in the registration process. Some students think that so long as the module is on Orion, that's enough. No, that's not where it ends. You need to view your modules. You also view your registration status. Your registration status should say registered. Only when you're registered that you will be able to attend your classes. So it's very, very important that you check to ensure that you're fully registered on the Orion system. The Orion system is our student management database system, and you should be using it to assist you. That's where all your grades will be posted as well. Okay.
Thank you very much, Ms. Vassell. Ms. Roselyn Vassell is the supervisor for the Student Financial Services here at UCC. And those were the final words. We're going to skip the gentleman in the hot seat because I can't escape. I even have a couple additional questions for you. We're going to go over to Mr. Dowe from the Department of Student Services. Final words on scholarship for our new and prospective students.
So for new and prospective students, I'm encouraging you to just Google UCC scholarships. You'll see a list of our UCC Foundation scholarships as well as external scholarships. We're encouraging you to apply between May 1 through to June 30th so that you can fund your tuition come fall 2024, right? Our external scholarships is provided through various government agencies, so look out for those details as well. And once you've applied for your scholarships, I'll see you soon. You can contact us at scholarships@ucc.edu.jm.
All right. Thank you very much, Mr. Dowe. Mr. Dowe is a student affairs officer in the Department of Student Support here at UCC. Man in the hot seat, we can't escape. The questions keep coming in. This one I think we need to ask though. The question is, after we've done the application, after you've submitted documents, will I be able to track my progress as an applicant?
Actually, you can track your progress, the progress of the application straight through the process. So we have a thing that we call the resume and track application facility in the application. So after creating a login on the dashboard, on the landing page, you'll be able to see, you'll see some options on the left-hand side of the application process. So as I said, there's a video on our YouTube channel explaining all of this, right? You'll be able to select resume and track application. You will see when it moves from the application status check, when it moves from 100 documents, final approval, and a few other steps that you will be able to see. You will see when it indicates that your fees need to be paid, and as soon as the fees are reflecting, or as soon as we're in receipt of the fees, then the application will be pushed forward. So it's a step-by-step process, of course, and we will assist you. Our application is so tailored to track your application journey so that you can actually track your application journey. So yeah.
All right, so we're going to end the question there, but I will really allow you to have, I'm being told that there is one additional question.
Rebranding to get a real
All right, I'm going over a question from the audience here. I'm just going to make my way down to the participant to get that question.
Thank you very much. And thank you so much for answering the questions. Has SLB ever considered rebranding itself, given the perception by many applicants and young people that it's not a place to go to for a student loan for whatever reason we don't quite understand? But is that something that you've noticed, and how are you to address that?
Oh, okay, so that's a really good question. I must commend you for that question as well, because that's one of the reasons why we're here. We want to reduce we want to completely reduce the maligned understanding of SLB. We offer one of the lowest interest rate island-wide. We offer some of the best services and products and services island-wide, that is. And we want everyone to, as much as possible, to benefit. Now, I know persons, what we're dealing with persons who would have benefited 3, 5 years ago, 10 years ago, and we are transforming and we are building here at SLB, and we are on a marketing campaign to let our products and let SLB be known that we're here to help make your dreams into reality. We're not here to sabotage. We're not here to put you in debt. We're trying to help you to invest in your future. And on an annual basis, we have a thing that we call a campus invasion, where we visit campuses on an annual basis. We'll spend weeks, at least 1 week there, to assist even an initiative now, just to create an help desk here at UCC. That's also one of the initiatives where we want to help and assist our students. We want to provide them with all the details necessary to help them to build their dreams and attain their goals. We have campus invasions on an annual basis. We have school visit that we do on a regular basis as well. We have a thing on our online website, on our Instagram channel. We want everyone to go and follow us there, where we have SLB Connect, where we talk about some of the myths and facts of SLB. We're trying to get even to TikTok at this moment, because we want to get to this generation, and we want to explain to them that SLB is here for you and we're not against you. We're trying to brand ourselves now as the true company that we are to assist with financial education or financing higher education.
Absolutely love it. Absolutely love the innovative approach that SLB has taken towards getting information to our student population, and it's not just younger, because we did say that persons doing graduate degrees are permitted to borrow from the SLB as well, using TikTok, using explainer videos, doing the school invasion. Absolutely love it. Can't escape. There's one more question. I will have to, both of us will have to run out of this room. It's for the questions to stop. So there's an additional reduction in the rate of interest for persons working with registered charities, correct? Can you just give us some ideas of the registered charities, some examples of those registered charities?
Well, unfortunately, I do not have that at hand, but I think it's 10% debt forgiveness for persons who are, that's what it is. So it's 10% debt forgiveness for persons who are registered or permanently employed to a registered charity for at least 1 year. You will benefit from a 10% debt forgiveness. That's what it means. It's under our campaign for good standing promotion. Okay, so just to add to that as well, for persons or students who maintain a GPA of 2.5% and over or applicants of the SLB, you will also benefit from a 2% reduction as well. For persons who are customers who are in repayment, whose account is current and up to date, with no more than 30 days past due, will also benefit from a 2% reduction in interest rate as well. So that's from 9.5 to 7.5.
Absolutely fascinating. So there's more reason for our prospective students and or new students not to apply to UCC, not to apply to SLB, because here we have the one-stop shop. You can come to UCC, do your application, get your processing done here. There's an SLB help desk here for you to get the assistant, and SLB seems to be looking for any given a 1%, a 2%, a 10% additional discount on the low single-digit interest rates. That's unheard of. We talk about innovation, and we have witnessed it here today. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. As you have additional questions, we will invite you to join us, to contact us at ucc.edu.jm. That's our website. Contact the SLB, as you heard, they're on TikTok, they're Instagram, they're YouTube, explain our videos, as well as you can come here at UCC, where you can get information directly about our programs and about the fantastic offerings from SLB. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you for your questions. And we look forward to seeing you here at UCC, seeing you here at class. For brand new persons, we look forward to seeing you on the 5th of May when we'll have orientation for new students where all your questions about financing and the school will be answered. Thank you very much for joining us. Do have a wonderful rest of the afternoon.